So our Copernicus data shows that globally it was the fifth warmest year on record, but what's really to note here, I think, is that the last 8 years were all the warmest on record. So, and they were all also more than 1 degree above what we call the pre-industrial level for temperatures. And we would look at Europe. Europe was the second warmest on record, and it was especially summer that was the warmest on record by quite a large margin, and the previous warmest summer we saw just 1 year ago, so in 2021. The summer for Europe was the warmest on record, so there's kind of a seasonal record broken. Then there were a number of heat waves where, for instance, the temperature of 40 degrees was reached for the first time ever in the United Kingdom, so that's a country level record. And then if we look at, for instance, southwestern Europe, which was especially kind of hit by all these different heat waves that we saw from May through all the summer months, and actually also during October, especially May and July were very warm for that region. We also saw during the summer months very little rainfall, clear skies, which in themselves also reinforced the warm temperatures. So we also saw a large region of southern and central Europe which was affected by drought throughout, or especially at the end of summer. Well, so it's always difficult to say just based on one event whether climate change is happening faster or slower than expected. For this, you really need to look at kind of a longer term perspective and put 1 year after the next and kind of look at the longer term perspective. But I think the heat wave in May was quite interesting because there was really high temperatures in southwestern Europe kind of relatively early for the year. So in the Paris Agreement, there's the aim to keep global temperatures to 2 degrees above pre-industrial, but also really concerted efforts to keep it to just 1.5 degrees above that pre-industrial level. And we see that the last 8 years have been more than 1 degree warmer than the pre-industrial, so we can probably say we're around 1 degree or a little bit more above that level. And with ever increasing greenhouse gases, this will not change, so we will carry on having warmer and warmer global temperatures, and we will slowly but surely walk kind of towards these targets. And in order to be able to achieve the goals, so to limit the temperature to any of these targets, we need to make sure that greenhouse gas concentration in the atmosphere stagnate, and this can only be achieved by reducing greenhouse gas emissions from human activities.